that expectation. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to be on with you this Thursday evening. We're almost to the end of the week. Thanks for that introduction, Alicia. Just a little bit about me. I'll go a little bit quick through this since she did an amazing job of introing me. CEO, manager, bringer, Doug. All right, so I'm Keichun. I've actually been with Beachbody now for about 4 years. Like Alicia mentioned, I started off in coach relations. Heard about Beachbody from my childhood best friend, who we both are from Indianapolis, Indiana. We both went to college in the South, but what we both didn't do is we both didn't continue our athletics. So she ended up gaining her freshman 15 plus and it spiraled her into this deep, dark depression, and she found Turbo Fire, she found Shakeology, and she literally found herself. And I had to be a part of the company that saved my best friend's life. So I packed up my bags and I moved from Atlanta, Georgia to Los Angeles to go work in coach relations in the call center with my business management degree, because that was the only opportunity that they had available at the time. Since then, I've worked, been able to do your enrollments and cancellations and placement changes, but had the desire to move in the company. I was actually getting in trouble. Here's a funny story. I was getting in trouble. People would call in. I'd help them with whatever they needed help with. And then I'd say, all right, so what are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? All right, well, let's brainstorm this. Call me next week and tell me how it went. And so Lewis Ross, the vice president of coach relations at the time, he's like, Keichun, you cannot do that. You've got to get them off the phone. And I'm like, but I want to talk about their goals. I want to help them like this. Well, in my research and desire to move within the company, I realized that there is a department that does exactly that, and that's a sales team. So Summit a few years ago, our motto was dream big. Was anyone at that summit? So dream big was our motto that year. And I walked up to Jeff Hill and I said, Jeff Hill, my name is Keichun Graves and my dream big goal is to work for you, a part of the sales team. A month later, they packed up my bags and I moved from LA to Utah, where I live now, a part of the sales team. So it's been an amazing, amazing ride thus far. I've been in the West region. Now I'm in the Southeast region. I've worked with amazing coaches, and that's what I can bring to this table from what I get to learn from all the amazing leaders that I get to work with. But that's enough about me. I'm so excited again to be here. And tonight, I'm just going to it's going to be short and simple. I'm going to give you 4 tips in order to finish the month strong. All right, so I've heard this quote over and over, and that's, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do today if you knew your success was for certain? If you had the mentality to act and behave and truly believe that you would achieve your success and goals? Is there anything that you would change? Is there anything that you would change by show of hands? Okay, so, but instead of holding back because you don't have hard proof that you can achieve your goals, see if you end up with evidence proving that you can't. So I challenge you to all have paradigm switches. For the last day and a half left of this month, I challenge you all to act as if your success was guaranteed. Would conversations be more pleasant? Would, if you weren't putting that pressure on yourself, would you increase the number of people you're conversing with or asking about the opportunity to? What would you do differently? What will you do differently if you behave and when you behave as if your success was guaranteed? So it may not have happened yet. You've been working your butt off and still zip, zilch, nada. Well, lean on the knowledge that it can be done. You know someone who's done it, who were in similar places maybe in life or in similar situations, similar family dynamics. You, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever your goal is, it can be done. So let's talk about faith. Faith is the state of mind which can be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instruction to the subconscious mind. Napoleon Hill says repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion faith. So do you all have affirmations that you say daily? I know I do. And if you don't, I'd love to share some of mine at the end of this call. But we're human, so perhaps your mindset for the moment is flawed by doubt or skepticism. I read a quote once that said, people only use about 10% of their full potential. Let me ask you all this. Are you using your full potential? Could you be giving 10 times more to becoming the person, the leader, the team that you desired, that you said you wanted to become? So your skepticism, which you presume is based on rational thinking and an objective assessment of factual data about yourself, is rooted in mental junk. Your doubts are not the product of accurate thinking, but habitual thinking. Maybe it stems from years ago, you accepted flawed conclusions. That's correct. You began to live your life as if those warped ideas about your potential were true, and ceased the bold experiment in living that brought you many breakthrough behaviors that you had as a child. Now it's time for you to find that faith. Find that faith that you once had in yourself. You remember that time when your mom or your dad let go of the bike? You remember that time. That was just one of many. But if you want to be skeptical of some ideas that truly deserve to be called into question, challenge the thoughts and beliefs that have argued against you achieving your goals. Put those old inhibiting ideas to the test by going forward with everything you've got. So to finish this month strong, I challenge you all, this is a challenge, to suspend the disbelief. You don't have to be 100% convinced that you're going to succeed in whatever you're wanting to accomplish this month, but don't keep on believing those old ideas that you've been carrying around with you about your personal limits. Challenge accepted. Will you go throughout the rest of this month believing that you will succeed? Love it. I love the hands. So act like you have complete faith. Merely do what you do if you knew you were going to succeed. Behave like you have the total conviction. Doubt is what does the most damage. So don't give it any mental space. Proceed boldly as if completely and inconceivable that you will experience anything but success. If you must doubt something, doubt your limits. And then go back to the basics. That's the second tip I have for you guys. Go back to the basics. Guys, oftentimes at the end of the month, it comes, and if we haven't achieved our goals, it gets us to thinking. And oftentimes in my calls with leaders, what helps them to fall short of their goals is doing too much. They're overthinking. Go back to the basics. Keep it simple. And what I mean by that is twofold. One is your 4 vital behaviors, and one, remembering your why. So the idea in theory that we provide this total solution, this fitness plus nutrition plus support equals success, that is really the basic of all basics. So you're working out. So we're talking about the 4 vitals. You're working out, you're drinking your Shakeology, and you're sharing. You're doing that. You're sharing pictures and you're sharing videos, but you're also sharing the benefits. You're sharing ingredients. You're sharing personal success stories. You're sharing success stories from coaches and from challengers. Basic stuff. You're doing your own personal development, and you're doing it based on what you need to be filled up in, whether it be leadership or confidence or procrastination or building a tribe. You're not just doing personal development to just be doing it, but you're doing it on what you need to be filled up in, and then you're actually implementing it right away. And that personal development also means your affirmations. Instill that paradigm switch of faith by those affirmations. Earlier, I threw out that challenge to believe that you will achieve your goals and you will achieve that success. You can replace those negative ideologies that have been instilled in you for all this time through those affirmations. So PD, personal development, do it. It's a part of the basic vital behaviors. Vital meaning a must do in order to survive. And then know that it's okay to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. It's okay. No one is perfect. That's what personal development is for. That's what makes you so relatable. That's what makes you so attractive, because you're not trying to be perfect. You are a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. Moving on through these 4 vital behaviors, how easy is it for you guys to give compliments? I know I personally do it all the time, and it's genuine. No matter where I'm at, I can almost always find someone to compliment. So whether you have a team or not, you have people to recognize. You have friends and challengers to recognize, to compliment. So don't overthink this vital behavior. Keep it basic. That's a great way to genuinely start a conversation. Hey, I love those blue shoes. Where did you get them from? Which then moves us to that last vital behavior, and that's with your invites. invitations to be a friend, to join your challenge group, or to join your team. With those, though, still keep it basic, going back to that basic principle of you are the support plus nutrition plus fitness. And then also going back to the basics entails remembering your why. Now, if you don't have a why, guys, that is step number one. As soon as we hang up from this call, find that why. Have something that you can attach your audacious goals to. If you don't have a why, you're just kind of flailing. You're just setting these goals and they don't really mean anything. Doug, what's my why? Uh-oh, that sounds a little scary. So, hey, if you don't know it, though, if Doug doesn't know it, go figure it out. I joke and say, lock yourself in a closet with a glass of wine until you figure it out. Cry it out. But remember your why, remember your goals, and have fun, and know that you're doing this from a good place with a good heart and that you're being genuine. So I asked at the beginning, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Would you approach conversations differently if there were no Success Club points or dollar signs attached? If you would, detach them because we've got to share this total solution. We've got to, or we will be a disservice to our friends and family who need to know about this opportunity. And we can't be icky. So that means that our first conversation should not necessarily be an invite to anything else besides your friendship. Keep it basic. Take the pressure off yourselves by keeping it basic. And then stay consistent and uncomfortable. That's the fourth. Or excuse me, that's the third. If you're comfortable, you're not learning, you're not growing. You're doing yourself a disservice. So get uncomfortable, have fun with the idea of discomfort. Have a paradigm switch on your team where people can be empowered by this idea of discomfort, of staying uncomfortable, where it's an expectation, where it's a norm on your team. And it starts with you. It starts at that head. So I challenge you all to make moves before you're ready, to make moves before you think you're ready, to make moves before maybe someone else believes in you or someone else thinks you're ready. Because you really only, quote unquote, fail if you don't try, or if you give up, or if you live in this comfort zone. So the third tip to finishing this month strong is to get uncomfortable and to be consistent. And then, guys, know that you have what it takes right now. The fourth and final tip, you have what it takes right now. You have the answers. You have the tools and resources. Oh, my gosh. Alicia talked for 3 minutes about all the amazing resources that you have going on right now, from the promotions to this mastermind call that you guys have going on with Morgan, Anderson, and Alexis. I mean, I'm just blown away. You have all of the resources. You have this amazing team to support you and to hold you accountable. You have these amazing programs and products. And then you have that final and necessary vital necessity for your future challenge or success, and that's your support. Okay, so here's a cherry. Maybe it could be a cherry on top. It could be more noise. I don't know. But I'm going to give you a few last-minute tips for hitting Success Club. I hope that it's a cherry on top. And I'm giving you these tips for hitting Success Club because Success Club has proven to be a good tracking system for whatever your goals are. So if you're not hitting Success Club because you're not going for it, because you're saying that's not what I need in order to achieve my goal, then you're really setting yourself up for failure by not even trying to become who you truly desire. So here I have 4 tips, 4 last-minute tips that you can do this month to hit Success Club. Hopefully it's a cherry on top and not noise. First one, you can ask close friends and family if they'd be interested in sharing a bag of Shakeology on HD. Reiterate the shipping savings for getting on Home Direct and let them know that they're not locked into anything and that they have that 30-day money-back guarantee. As a matter of fact, when was the last time you promoted that 30-day money-back guarantee? They have nothing to lose by trying this, right? So that's 2 in 1, highlighting that money back guarantee and then asking close friends and family if they would be interested in sharing a bag of Shakeology. The second/third is create a fun Facebook 1-hour live event where you can invite your friends and your family and your prospects. In this group, you want to add some value like recipes or grocery lists or how to clean your refrigerator or how to prepare your entire family for what's about to come the next 21 days. But also create that sense of urgency as to why they need to purchase the challenge pack during that live event and go over how to access, how to make that purchase during that event. Make it a party though, create hype, make it fun, make it useful, create the sense of urgency though, and then follow up and message everyone who attended. The next is offer an incentive, such as a random drawing for a 21-day fixate cookbook for all your new challengers. And then the last is show your belly button. I wanted to see some faces when I said that. What I mean by show your belly button is show your transformation story. You know, post your before and after picture. Make sure that people know your struggle and that they see that it can be done, that you can do it, that obviously you've done it so you can support them too. And what if you're saying, well, I don't have a big transformation? It doesn't matter. Share it. What if it's internal? And if you're afraid, that's the first challenge. Live as if you wouldn't fail. What are you scared of? Scared of rejection? Scared of people? What are you scared of? That's the first step. So whoever just said that, I challenge you to post your before and after picture. Maybe it doesn't have any words. Don't overthink it. Keep it basic. Whoever that was, here, let me go back to the chat so I can call you out. Okay, just joshing. I didn't see that part. All right, I digress then. But if you are afraid, if you are nervous about sharing your transformation, just do it. Get your success partner on the phone and say, hey, I'm doing something really scary that's really out of my comfort zone, but I know that that's the only way that I'm going to grow. I know that that's the only way that's going to bring me one step closer to being the person that I truly desire. And so this is scary, but I'm about to hit post, and then just do it. That's the paradigm switch that I'm encouraging you guys to have. So that's the last tip I have on Hitting Success Club this month. So I gave you a few. Asking your friends and family to share a bag of Shakeology, highlighting the HD, the shipping savings that they get by ordering an HD, highlighting the money back guarantee. Additionally, highlighting the money back guarantee just in general, creating a fun Facebook event that you can invite your prospects to, your friends and family to, that goes over some necessities like cleaning out your refrigerator or recipes, but then create this sense of urgency as to why they need to make that purchase. Offer an incentive for your challengers, such as a 21-day fix book for those who purchase a challenge pack. And then show your belly button, post your transformation story, regardless if you have a small or big transformation story, regardless if it's internal, external, post that transformation. So those are my tips. So that's what I have for you. 4 tips to finishing the month strong. Suspend disbelief and remember that I challenged you to work as if you couldn't fail. Go back to the basics. Go back to the basics of your why and being able to attach your audacious goals to that why, as well as the 4 vital behaviors, and keeping it basic with those 4 vital behaviors. And then the third is get uncomfortable and stay consistent with being uncomfortable. And then the time is now, and knowing that you have what it takes. You have everything it takes to achieve your goals and become who you want to become. You just have to go. So it's up to you. Don't wait until next month. Don't wait until next month. Get uncomfortable today. Get uncomfortable right now. Right now. Who's with me? Who's going to do something scary since we got the call? Okay, I love it. Okay, I'm for real though. Don't just let this be a talk and we get off the phone and you're going to go back to this call and then you're going to forget this challenge. No, 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 no. I want, Alicia, can you please let me know when they get it done? I want to be involved. I want to know. I want to share this video with you guys. I recently saw this on Facebook. I'm going to share my screen. And this video just got me going. Has anyone seen this by chance? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Here we go. All I know about this race is that the girl who eventually wins had to have had a strong knowledge that she could not fail. Okay, let's watch. It's only 1 minute. Okay, so we see the top 2 right there. We see 3 now. Number 2 just passed. Number 3 is coming up on the rear. But this right here, that girl. This was the first time I ever saw her in this race. This was the first time I ever saw her in this race. She was clear in number 6. She wasn't in first, second, or third. She wasn't even on that screen. All I know is that she has the true desire to go after her goal. Look at her. She was exhausted at the end of this race. Guys, that's what finishing strong means. That's what having the desire means. That's what having the belief that you cannot fail means. All I know is that she gave it her all, and that she gave it so much that she was exhausted at the end. That's what I encourage you all to be. I want you all to go after your goals so hard with such desire that you just fall out at the end. Woo, I have so many people this month with the challenge pack. Woo, I have so many people this month start to work towards achieving their health and their fitness and their financial goals. That's what I desire from you guys, and that's what I believe. But you have to start with suspending the disbelief. You have to go back to the basics. You have to get uncomfortable, and you have to be consistent with that discomfort. And then you have to go right now, not tomorrow. You can't focus on what you did yesterday or how you felt last year, but today. And I want you to fall out at the end of that finish line. All right? That's all I have for you guys.
Holy moly. That is all I have to say. Keichun just brought it, mic drop. Now you guys know why I love talking to her so much, because she gets you pumped up. I don't know how you guys are going to sleep tonight after that, but it's totally true. You know, we have the why, and creating your why and your vision as the very first assignment in our new coach training. Why? Because we want you to attach that meaningful goal and why you're a coach and why you want to help people and why you want to create this amazing income and financial stability and your journey, and have that in front of you every single day. So that way, when you do feel like want to give up, when you do feel like, you know, everything's going wrong, you know, you have that strong why to push you. But then, like Keichun said, the affirmations every single day. I know I shared this before. I was going to give up on Elite in September of last year. And then I read, I forget what book it was, but it was talking about affirmations. And so I just started telling myself every day, positive affirmations every single day. And I made Elite last year. And even if it was down to the wire, I still made it because I decided to go for it. 1, 2, I thought it was going to be impossible. I thought I was that girl that was 6th place. And I made it because I kept telling myself, I'm going to do this. I am Elite, and I am going to, you know, strive for it and go for it. And if it doesn't happen, that's not even an option because it's going to happen. So one of the things that also I learned at the leadership training that Craig did was he said something about how if you're never going to be able to do just the things that you like, you have to do things that you don't like to do in order to reach your goals. So if you're always doing things that you like to do, you're just going to fall short, because reaching your goals means doing things that are uncomfortable. It means doing things that are hard. It means doing things that are going to take you that little step outside that comfort zone that you're like, you want to throw up on, because that's where change happens, and that's where success happens. It's that little squiggly line. It's going to be rocky, but it's not going to always be easy. And every single one of you can achieve it and overcome it with that personal development and learning how to overcome those hard times. And if you give your doubt more time, and if you give those things more time to sit there and fester and to grow, you're never going to achieve it. You have to do it and attack it right away. When that doubt starts to creep in, that's when you attack it, because you cannot give it more time to grow, and it's just going to take over, and then you're not going to end up doing it. Also, in your conversations, always think they're going to say yes. Why wouldn't they not want to do this? I mean, John just said 170 pounds he lost in 10 months. That is crazy. And of course, you know, Casey Walker, over 100 pounds in a year. You know, Doug's lost a lot of weight. Everybody, you know, it's so crazy how this amazing opportunity can bring people into your life. It can change people's lives drastically. And there's no doubt that you can go out and change somebody's life But why would they not want to do this? Why would they not want to be healthier? Why would they not want more energy? Why would they not want to pay off their bills, or just pay for groceries, or pay for their mortgage, or build their dream home? Why would they not want to do that and be a part of this positive environment where everybody is just so amazing? I mean, Doug and John pump me up all the time. Those two crack me up, and they definitely pump me up on when we're instant messaging each other. But it's the family environment that we have. Why would nobody want to do this? Everybody wants to do it. So go in the thinking that they want to join you and that they will say yes. And I guarantee you, the way that you come across in those conversations is going to change the whole entire dynamic of the conversation. So always think they're going to say yes. So I'm so pumped right now. Keichun got me hollering over here. So thank you so, so much. Did you have anything else that you wanted to say, Keichun?
I'm on my audio. Okay, that's right. I'm like, my computer is freezing. It won't let me unmute myself. No, I don't have anything else, but I do want to hear how you guys finish and how you guys got uncomfortable. So reach out to me via Facebook. I am the only Keichun Graves on Facebook, and let me know. I want to celebrate with you. But no, I don't have anything else to add, Alicia.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight and pumping us up for the rest of the month. And I have no doubt that everybody's going to go and bring it and go get uncomfortable and take on your challenge. So,
all right, wow, let's do this.
And we can't.
All right, bye, team.
Good night, guys.